You cannot expect your woman to be feminine if you yourself aren't masculine. What I mean by this is a lot of guys expect their woman to sink into her feminine energy, but they themselves aren't even embodying true healthy masculine energy. The thing about feminine energy is a woman cannot embody that energy if she doesn't feel safe in your masculine energy. Okay? Feminine energy is only something that a woman will be able to embody when she genuinely trusts you as her partner, who is genuinely rooted in his masculine energy. And when I say masculine energy, don't get it confused with some other fucking preconceptions you've, maybe taken on from some videos on TikTok or whatever the fuck you've been doing. Masculine energy in this context is healthy masculine energy. It's the ability to hold space for her emotions. It's the ability to lead, not from a place of tyranny, but from a place of genuine care and desire to make her life easier and to serve her as a woman. It's the ability to be in control of your emotions and not lash out on her and not have this emotional instability. It's the ability to have structure and discipline and hold true to your word and be a man based in integrity and truth. And it's genuinely just being a good man. If you yourself aren't embodying healthy masculinity, your woman will not show up as her most feminine radiant self. She needs to know, she needs to trust that you're in your healthy masculinity for her to even consider sinking into her femininity. That's why it's called sinking, okay? Men rise into their masculine energy. They become their most masculine self in a very healthy way, in a healthy embodied way. And once that happens, then the woman can sink into her femininity. But until the man rises into his masculinity, the woman can't sink into her femininity because it's not safe for her to do so. Think of it in terms of tribal times, right? If you have a woman and she's, with this guy and they're in a partnership of some form, she can't be her feminine, playful, loving, supportive, nurturing self if she doesn't feel like that man is worthy and capable of leading her in that partnership or relationship. Because if she doesn't see him as a, protector and provider, if you want to use those terms, and doesn't just genuinely see him as a worthwhile person that she can actually trust and follow, then no way is she going to sink into her feminine. She can't trust him. And so because she can't trust him, she can't sink into her feminine. She needs to remain neutral, or in a lot of cases, she needs to remain in her masculine. A lot of men are in relationships with women and they complain all the time about, oh, she's a fucking bitch. She's so uptight. She's always telling me what to do. She's always, telling me I have to do this and I have to do that. Bro, she's doing that because you're not doing it for yourself. If you had a healthy level of masculinity within you and you genuinely had structure and discipline and you were true to your word and you were on top of things and you actually were leading from a place of true healthy masculine embodiment, she wouldn't need to do those things. But she picks up on the fact that you are lacking those traits within you, and so she embodies them herself to try and make up the gap. Okay, so what you're actually seeing when you're calling your partner a bitch and a fucking uptight whatever, you're seeing her in her masculine energy. And this is going to ruffle some feathers, but it's your fault. It's your fault if your woman is in her masculine energy. Because if you rose into your masculine energy, she wouldn't need to be in hers. She would then be able to sink into her feminine energy because she can trust in your masculine guidance. She can trust in your leadership. She can trust in you as a man. A lot of women can't trust the men they're with. And why would you expect them to? Most men aren't a fucking man of their word. They're consistently engaging in shit that they said they won't do. They never do what they say they would do. And in general, they're just not showing up as the leaders that they think they are in their minds. A lot of men are fucking delusional. Let's be real with it. A lot of men don't show up as 1/10 of the man that they think they are. And then because they have this delusional self-image in their mind of, I'm this man and I'm the man, right? But they don't show up with that in action. Then there's a discrepancy and they think, oh, my woman shouldn't fucking do this or say this to me because I'm the man. It's like, bro, you're not the dude you think you are. Your actions don't match your words, and how you think of yourself isn't based in reality. A lot of it is based in delusion, right? So the reason I'm making this video is because I am, quite frankly, sick of fucking men calling their women bitches and uptight this and that and, oh, she's such a fucking hard ass on me, bro. It's like, man, I get it. I fucking understand it. But in a lot of cases, it's not the fact that she's actually just a bitch. Like, it's not her personality to be a bitch. She probably just needs to see some healthy embodiment of masculine energy from you. And once she can see that, and once you can genuinely trust in your leadership, then she won't be that woman anymore. Because I can almost guarantee you she wasn't that woman at the start, right? Like, if you actually take a moment now to think back to when you two first got together, she was probably really playful. She was probably really supportive, really loving, really nurturing, right? Really feminine. She was a woman that you were obsessed with. You loved every element of this woman. But over time, she changed. Ask yourself, why did she change? What was the environment in which caused her to change? A lot of cases, it's us as men. A lot of cases, this is the pattern I see fucking more times than I can even count. And I'm not even saying this from a place of perfection. I ran this pattern in the past, right? When a man's single, for the most part, he's in his masculine energy, right? He's like on top of things for the most part. He's hitting the gym consistently. He's eating clean. He's on his purpose. He's like the best version of himself for the most part because, you know, a lot of the time he's trying to attract a woman. And most dudes know that you attract what you are. So they want to become the best version of themselves so they can attract a aligned partner. Now, a lot of guys get the girl, and then once they get the girl, they automatically fall off their game. They stop training as much. They stop being so purpose-driven. They just slack off. They start engaging in self-destructive habits like drinking and drugs and gaming and fucking corn and all this other bullshit. And they're just like, oh, who cares? You know, I've got the girl. I don't need to show up, you know, anymore and try and win her over. I've got her now, so it's sweet. It's like, no, bro. No, that's not how it is. You need to stay as the dude you were when you first met her if you want to keep her. Not only stay as the dude you were, but continuously get better. You know, she probably got with you for the most part because she was attracted to your ambition, your drive, your genuine passion for life. Don't let those things go just because you got her. It should be the opposite. You should ramp those things up. You've got the woman, beautiful. Now you can go super hard on your purpose. You can dial in on your gym. You can do all these things you were doing before 10 times. And all that's going to do in terms of the relationship dynamic is it's going to increase her attraction for you. And so now it's not a case of, oh my God, it's just declining. It gets worse and worse as the weeks go on. It's like, no, this relationship is thriving. It's getting better and better and better because that thing that initially attracted her to you, yeah, maybe it was your looks, maybe it was your fucking body, whatever. But for the most part, it's probably something deeper than that. Even if it's let's say your body, right? She was, oh bro, she loved my body when we first got together. I was shredded. It's like, yeah, she probably liked your body, but probably deeper than that, she probably liked the dedication and commitment you had to your purpose and how high your standards had to be to be able to attain that body. That's probably what she was attracted to. And yeah, the body, of course, right? Physical attraction is definitely a key part of it. But a lot of women are attracted to the drive and the ambition and the actual character of a man. And funnily enough, well, it's actually not funny, but paradoxically enough, that is the thing that a lot of men let go of that erodes as soon as they get the girl, as soon as they get in the relationship. They think, I've got the woman, I can stop doing all this stuff. You know, it's hard. It's like, bro, you need to do that stuff continuously throughout your entire life. As men, we should always be holding ourselves to an insanely high standard, setting the bar, fucking just genuinely showing up as the best version of ourselves. And man, I've seen this so many times. And I'm not just like ridding women completely of their responsibility in this matter, right? Like, of course, a woman definitely needs to play her part in the relationship and actively make sure she's not showing up as a bitch and XYZ. But what I'm getting at here is a lot of the time, a woman is showing up in that way, in that sort of like directive, leadership type way where she feels like, oh, she's always bossing me around. She's only showing up that way because you're not doing it for yourself. You're not leading yourself, let alone her and the family. You're not doing that at all. And so she has to step up to the plate. If she doesn't, everything fucking crumbles around her. And so she feels like it's not safe for her to trust your leadership. And because of that, she doesn't trust it. And then, you know what? She actually loses respect for you. A woman will lose respect for you when she knows that you're not a worthwhile leader. You're not the man you say you are. You're not doing the things you say you'll do, and you're fucking continuously doing the shit you said you wouldn't do. Why would she trust you? Why would she fucking respect you? Why would she see you as a worthwhile leader? You're not doing anything that a leader would do. Man, if you're watching this video and you're a guy and you're in a relationship right now, I highly advise that you fucking pick up your game. You become the dude you were before you started dating this woman, right? Get back to the fucking gym. Start eating clean again. Get back on your purpose. Stop engaging in distractions and vices and self-destructive habits and crutches and copes and all this shit. It's all weakening you as a man. And it's not just you anymore, bro. It's you, it's her. Maybe you've got kids. Maybe you've got other people that are looking up to you. It's not just you anymore that it's affecting. Show up as a man that is worthy of respect, of love, of admiration, of all these things. If you want these things, you're a man. It's not just given to you, right? That's not really how the world works. You need to be a man worthwhile of these things. And I know that you've been a man like this in the past, so you can absolutely be a man like this again. And guys, again, I really want to highlight, I'm not speaking from a place of superiority, and I didn't just learn this shit in a fucking book. I've lived this stuff. I was in a relationship in the past where when I was single, I was on top of my game. I was hitting the gym. I was on my purpose. I was really like fucking, in my best version of myself. I got the girl naturally, as women do. I want to go on a little tangent here, okay? Women have this feminizing effect on men, but it's not something they consciously intend to do. Just in general, if a man spends time with a woman, the woman wants to make that man's life easy. She wants to comfort him and nurture him and just generally like make his life good, right? So she'll do things like, oh, let's eat this food. I made you this food. It's, all this beautiful food, and don't worry about going to the gym. Your body's good enough, and don't worry about working so much. You have enough money, or you've made enough impact. Like, I'm not saying all women do this, but in general, a woman will tend to soften a man. Just a man being in a woman's presence, a man will tend to get softened by that presence. Not with all women, obviously. Some women will do the opposite. But in general, if you've got like a feminine woman and she's in her playful energy and she's like nurturing and supportive and loving, a lot of the time that energy can be very softening on a man. And it's not in any way a bad energy. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's divine. But a man needs to be able to hold the standard that he's set with himself and not give into this nurturing energy and just like lower his energy. And he just has to make sure he doesn't match her feminine energy and get on that like same playing field, because then depolarization occurs. He goes into his feminine. She's trying to stay in her feminine, but she can't because she's like, I can't trust this guy. He's not doing what he says he does, X, Y, Z. She has to rise into her masculine. Now she's giving you orders and she's fucking telling you, hey, you need to do this. You said you'll do this, She feels more like a boss than a partner to you. You think she's a bitch. She thinks you're a bitch, kind of, because you're being like passive and you're not doing what you said you would do. Massive clash here. This is when most people split up. Back to my story, what I was talking about. When I was single, I was on top of my game. Got with this woman who's now my ex, and she was a beautiful woman, right? Super feminine, really radiant, very much so like nurturing, right? Now I was around her a lot of the time, and she literally like softened me in terms of my masculine energy. I wasn't going to the gym as much. I wasn't as on top of my purpose as I said I would be. I was doing shit that I said I wouldn't do. Her presence softened me. This isn't her fault. It's my fault for not maintaining the masculine energy that I was originally embodying. But what happened is I went from this dude who was like in his masculine energy, on top of things, X, Y, Z, and she was in her feminine. I sunk down into my feminine. She noticed that. She went up into her masculine. I thought she was a bitch. She thought I was passive, always clashing, didn't feel very aligned. We split up. Afterwards, I realized, oh shit, this is what happened here. I didn't know what this was before. Now I do, obviously. And yeah, it's just a pattern that a lot of guys need to be aware of, because without it, the same thing will happen time and time again. Like, patterns are going to repeat themselves until you actually make a conscious decision to change them. If you don't change anything, nothing changes, right? Albert Einstein said it. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. If you don't change anything, like if nothing changes, nothing changes. So guys, I hope you got a ton of value from this video. I hope you listened to this if you're a guy and you took it as motivation, as drive to fucking up your game, to really get on top of your shit and become the man that she sees worthy as being like a partner that's worthy of love, respect, all these sort of things, right? And if you're a woman and you also got value from this and maybe you've picked up on a pattern as well, I'm glad. These videos aren't just for men. They're for men, women, whoever wants to watch them. If you got value from it, all I ask is share it with a friend. Let them see it too, get the word out. That's, I literally make these videos to help people. And yeah, hope you guys got value from it. Now, shameless plug, if you guys are interested, this is for men only. If you're a man and you want to become the best version of yourself, you want to get rooted in the absolute highest standards you can possibly be in and stay in them, so you're literally going to be held accountable, I do have a men's self-development community called the Self-Mastery Society. This is an online community it's based online, right? So we're absolutely everywhere. But it's basically a community that's been designed to help men become the best version of themselves and then maintain that. So once we become something, we can then maintain it. It's got a ton of value in it. We have 2 weekly calls every single week, a community call and a weekly masterclass. I literally just finished a masterclass on sexual energy and the sexual polarity, funnily enough. That's what gave me the inspiration for this video. But we have the weekly calls, we have live meetups, we have success systems in the community, like daily accountability, goal setting, daily challenges, competitions, a really good environment for a man to become his best version of himself and then stay in that energy. Okay, so if you're interested in that and you want to become a part of it, you want to even try it out, literally shoot me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is Ricky Gauci, RICKY space GAUCI, and just DM me SMS, the abbreviation of Self-Mastery Society. From there, I can hook you up with a free 7-day trial, completely free, no obligation. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Hopefully I'll see you guys in there and hopefully we can all grow together. Thank you guys.